So now we're going to generate the orthographic drawing. To do this, we're going to click here on this button that says design. If we click on that design, it gives me these different options, and we're going to select the last option, which is drawing. Drawing from design, from this design. We're going to do full assembly, and everything else is correct as it is. We're going to click OK. Once we click OK, it generates another empty document, and it will take a little while. So if it takes, a few seconds or up to a minute, don't worry about it. Sometimes this takes a lot of power from your computer. So if you have a lot of applications open when you're working in Fusion, most likely it will be very slow and sluggish. So I would recommend to quit all the applications you're using, especially like apps like Spotify or social media, etc., and just leave Fusion open so it can take advantage of your computer's full power. So now it has generated the drawing sheet. If we hover inside the drawing sheet, you will see that now it has created a little drawing, and that's the base view. So we're gonna click on it, and on the right hand side there is this drawing view window, and we can select the scale. So that is pretty small. You can explore 1/8, and it's a bit bigger, 1/6. Yeah, I like that size. And then we're gonna hit OK, and then we're gonna do the projected views. So over here there is a shortcut for the drawings, for the projected views, and then we're gonna click in the parent view, and then we're gonna drag out the other views. So click, that generates that view, drag down and click, that generates this other view. I'm not going to place the side view because it's exactly the same as the front view. So I'm just going to do isometric and this other isometric from the bottom view, and then escape. So now I have placed all these drawings. I'm just gonna kind of organize a little bit my drawings. Now we need to drop in our table of materials. So this generates a parts list. So if we click on the table, it will automatically generate a parts list. If we pan around, we can just have a space and we can attach it. I like attaching it to this corner. It's a bit more organized, but you can put it down here if you want to, or on the other side, but usually we just put it on this corner. You will see that there are there's text that is wrapping around because the name of the material is quite long, and we can adjust that by clicking on the table and then clicking on these gray boxes, and those gray boxes allow me to move around the width of each column. So that is pretty good now. It's not wrapping, and the table looks more organized. I'm gonna just get back there a little bit. There you go. When you generate a table, there is a bunch of little bubbles that are generated pointing out the item. So number 1, your cross rail at the bottom, so that's pointing it there. Number 2, 5, 4, and number 3 are the dowels, but you can't see the dowels here because it's hidden. So in order to be able to see the dowels, you can double click on the drawing, and then here there is shaded with hidden edges. So that allows you to see all the internal components. You can close that, and you can do the same for this one here, shaded with hidden edges. That shows you the material color and the hidden edges of the design. If we want to, we can create detail views. So there is the shortcut for the detail view here. We click on that and we can bring it in here. So I'm going to select this as my parent view, and then I'm going to click there, click again, and it generates parent view of that area. I can adjust the area by closing in into a section and moving the center reference of the image. And I can increase also the size of the detail view. I can also reposition the letter. Now if I double click on the appearance of this bubble, I can scale it, and I can scale it further. I can say 1 to 2, so it's a bit bigger, and I can explain better what's happening in there. That allows me to explain and to show better the components that I have in there. And you can see that the tag for this is a bit far ahead, so I can bring it down by clicking on it and click it in the middle point and then dragging it down. Once I'm happy with the position, click again. I can also do another detail view of the perforations with the countersunk. So I'm going to go back to detail view. I'm going to select this side here and then press OK, and then now I can come in and edit. So I'm just going to bring this in, and I'm going to just move it to where the perforation is. Okay. Yep, so it's better visibility. And adjust the detail view. Maybe I can do 1 to 1. 135. Yep. And now it's time to insert the dimensions.